Hi, and welcome back to Jamie's 4.0 Garage, where today we're excited to bring to you another video in our series of videos of vehicle maintenance. And today we're talking about brake fluid. No matter what type of brake fluid you have in your vehicle, whether it be DOT3, DOT4, DOT4LV, or DOT 5.1, the job of the brake fluid in your brake system is to use liquid, the brake fluid, to transfer force and motion throughout the rest of the brake parts in your vehicle's brake system. Quick 2-second explanation on how brakes work. We take kinetic energy or forward motion of your car, and your brake system uses it to turn it into heat, so you stop. So if the force behind your vehicle stopping is the liquid to transfer force and motion, you better make sure it's in good shape, or guess what? You ain't stopping. Now, the brake parts in your vehicle are made out of a number of different materials, but the most common materials of all is rubber, plastic, and metal. So all those things are being moved through the brake fluid. And that's a new container of brake fluid right there, and that's how it should look when it's new. But over time, the brake fluid gets dirty and it breaks down. And most importantly, brake fluid is what they call hydroscopic. So hydroscopic means it absorbs moisture. So if you get moisture in your system, the brake fluid isn't going to be able to do what it's designed to do because it's going to be contaminated. So briefly, the functions of brake fluid and the characteristics of it: it has to have a high boiling point, a low freezing point, absorb moisture, lubricate all those moving parts, be non-corrosive, and maintain its correct viscosity. So if the brake fluid becomes contaminated with too much moisture, like it can only handle so much, like a sponge, what happens is it no longer can do the job that it's supposed to do. And being non-corrosive with the high level of water in the brake fluid, it breaks down the inside internal metal components of your vehicle's brake system, and it becomes contaminated, and the vehicle cannot stop as it should. So luckily for today, we're going to show you a quick, easy way how to test your brake fluid to see if it needs a flush, to see if you need to take it to your local dealer or garage, or if you want to do it yourself. We got a good video coming up on that. You're going to want to watch it. So we're going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to use one of these brake fluid test strips on a car that we have in the shop to see if this car needs a brake fluid flush. We're going to simply go over to our master cylinder reservoir and remove the cap, being careful not to let the cap touch any painted surface because there is brake fluid on the back side of the cap and the brake fluid will damage the paint. This absolutely has a little screen in it. We're going to remove that screen so we can access the fluid easily. We're going to take our test strip. We're going to drop it inside the fluid reservoir. We're going to let it sit for about a second or two. And then we're going to pull it out and we're going to see it change color if the fluid is bad. Now you can see already within milliseconds, this fluid is changing from white on the indicator's changing to purple, indicating that it does need a flush. Now you all can see inside here, this fluid is pretty nasty looking. It's got miles on it. It's black, it's murky, it needs a flush. But visual inspection alone is not good. You want to make sure you 100% check it and you see it with your test strip that it needs a service. So now we're going to go over to our chart and we're going to lay that test strip up to our chart that we have that comes with the test strip. And we're going to see that this brake fluid is well over the 200 parts per million for contamination of copper. And this vehicle's fluid needs a flush. So I hope you all enjoyed our video today and you learned something, and you're going to go get your brake fluid flushed every 2 to 3 years or every 24 to 36,000 miles. And as always, consult your vehicle's owner's manual or your manufacturer's specification. But when it comes to brakes, you never can be too safe. Thank you all for watching. Have a super day.